you got a beautiful girlfriend. What's better than a beautiful girlfriend? A beautiful wife. What's better than a beautiful wife? A beautiful wife that's a gal. Now, you want to go to work and brag and shout to the heavens of how happy you are and how lucky you are to be in a relationship that has a beautiful gal like this, but guess what? You can't. You want to know why? It's a secret, a Himitsu, if you will. Gal Yome no Himitsu, Himitsu being a secret and a gal being her, sweet baby Jesus, takes place at first in an office. I know, it's a manga about adults, right? Crazy concept. Now, albeit rare and a nice coincidence, it's to take place of our story and where it begins. Now, Fuyuki is what we would call a boss-ass bitch, or as we call a hashtag girl boss. She's a gal with business in the front, business in the back. She's got business in her business. And when she's approached to go out for drinks by another colleague, she immediately shows off her bling and is like, not interested in any other loser being not my husband, and then just walks off. And you're sitting there thinking, man, who is she? Why is she so cool? And who's her husband? And almost immediately we get shown another guy in this office who is a smaller stature, a really adorable feature of shark teeth. And Fuyuki walks up and immediately starts flirting with this guy. And this guy is the husband, acting more recluse, turning down her advancement, saying, hey, let's get serious. We're not supposed to talk about our relationship at work. And then she just plants her honka-donka-badonkas on him. But why?
Why?
Why would you want to hide this beautiful wife, this happy relationship, this happy, healthy couple from the world? Well, they're not hiding it necessarily from the world. They're hiding it from just their job. See, they both come from a background where they're really talented at what they do, which is make video games. Fuyuki, who is really good at graphic design, and the homeboy, who is just really good at being a fucking nerd. And the company's strict rule is that they have no interrelationships when it comes to the people they work with. Like, you cannot have a boyfriend or a girlfriend over here at this job together. It's going to get as a distraction. Now get back to work with your 80-hour work week. But because of their talents, the guy in charge is like, hey, you know, we know you guys are already married. There's something we can do about that, but we want your talents. How about you guys just work with us, but just keep your relationship under wraps. Don't tell nobody about it. If you do, you're fired. Oh, is that a plot point I see? Hey Blue, I think I see a plot point. Or Dora, I don't know which generation of children's shows that give clues are out nowadays. Now, you think that this show would be going in a direction that you would assume if a girl just shows up, puts her honka-badonka-badonkas down on your face. Well, guess what? You're wrong, buddy. This would make for a really great ecchi manga about a girl and a guy hiding their relationship or marriage in a workplace that's an adult setting and flirting or doing naughty things behind everybody's back without them noticing. That would make for a really fun rom-com, ecchi, sketchy romance. And actually, write that one down. We need that. But in the meantime, this one's actually about the relationship between Fuyuki and Hara. Oh yeah, the guy, his name's Hara. You get to see their life out of work, at home, going out and doing things with other couples and relationships, shopping. This manga series gives us a really nice dynamic of these two characters. It shows affection, it tackles a lot of adult life when it comes to marriage and misunderstandings actually being talked about and solved and not going on for 400 chapters. I'm looking at you, Comey. I love you. Sometimes we gotta tackle this thing like an adult. And yes, they do have fun little antics of trying to hide their relationship, be cute. You know, oh, somebody's walking in, now I was about to kiss you. I better turn around right quick and do a spin and tell you that you're a fucking bitch. That way people don't get suspicious. Don't worry, honey, it's part of the show. Little bitch baby. See you at home. Now, Fuyuki, first of all, is a total gal, a total gyaru, if you will. She's got the fashion, she's got the up-to-date trends, she cares about her appearance, and she loves just hanging out and looking nice and buying nice things. She knows she's pretty, she flaunts it, she uses it. My body is actually a weapon, am I right, ladies? Maybe not do that, Dakota, maybe not. I mean, like, you know, pro-feminist, all that stuff, but, you know, just don't make fun of it. I think it's... I take it very seriously. She wears dresses, she wears accessories, but a little bit of a gamer inside of her. She may not be able to code and design, but you find out later that her family comes from a background of game programming, and she also does a lot of illustrations and really good drawings when it comes to character design and building. And also, like her husband loves art, she also ends up getting into it together with them and having a nice little partnership when it comes to building a game. Now, there is a flashback happening right now that's really cute and goes back into the whole, you know, how they met, but that's a little bit of spoiler territory, but it also shows how they get into this company together, and it's really nice. Now, Hara is a little bit of a smaller, more timid guy. Now, the most prominent feature of him, although just being a really good boy, is his sharp teeth. I will admit that is literally all he has going for him. The one shtick that does happen is that everybody doesn't believe that he is married to this beautiful gal, which, you know, I get it, but he's also very quick to admit that and just shoot away from the story because I don't need to argue with who I'm with because I'm just with her. Yeah, haha, call me a loser. I'm gonna go hug my wife now. So all around, solid dude. Now, other characters in this show are really cool. For example, Hokuho Akine, which actually translates in Japanese to bad bitch. You think she's trying to slide in our homeboy's DMs. You're like, whoa, 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 what's this little trifecta going on? Are you trying to work around a triangle relationship? Are you trying to get a little NTR going on? Are you trying to run amok? And then you find out that she's actually hitched herself. She's got her own man. She's good. She don't need him. She just wanted to test her relationship with her new friend Fuyuki and see what was really going on between the two. She also has a lot of piercings, looks cool, and smokes, which, you know, don't smoke, but if you are going to, be her. And honestly, after this relationship is established, every chapter that she's in is a bop. You got this girl who is in high school who has really shaggy hair that the girls walk by, for example, and they look at her and they go, hey, get over here. We saw you being bullied by that boy. I'm gonna teach you something. And they give her a whole makeover, make her look like a boss-ass gal. And then when the guy's like, oh, maybe I was so mean to you. Maybe can we go out for a little bit? I wouldn't mind treating you to dinner. You know what she does? You know what Fuyuki and the other girl, Akine, teach her? When he says this, and he will because you look great, girl, tell him to go fuck himself, which I think is good. There's also this new girl right now, which at the time of this recording is just introduced, and she's more of a stalkerish type. She knows Hada-kun. She's trying to get them to break up. I don't want to get in spoiler territories, but it's getting a little yandere kidnappy a little bit, and I don't know what to expect of it. But I know one thing is that these two are always going to make it out of it because they have each other's backs. Throughout the entirety of the manga up to this point, these two have always trusted each other and full on just know that they're gonna be okay. Hey, I don't care if you say that my husband has been taking pictures of girls' upskirts. He wasn't, by the way, just want to clarify that. It was a misunderstanding. Those girls were bitches. But she walks up full knowing that that wasn't the case and just goes, hey, you bothering my husband? Back off. And vice versa. If there's any kind of doubt or any kind of mistreatment verbally towards Fuyuki, Hada-kun is automatically up there to just tear it down and be like, hey, don't care about you, don't want to get flustered, I'm gonna go home to my wife. The highlight and grab of this manga, although it being very simple, is just Hada and Fuyuki's relationship together. They have very simple short chapters. They go by really fast, but at the end of every chapter, you see why Fuyuki and Hada just work together as a couple, why they love each other, how solid it is to have a fucking power team, a power couple like this. And it has a lot of things about this marriage that make it interesting, that are really cute, that you would want to see in some slice of life fluff. You got your cuddling, you got your being cute, you got your teasing, you got your romance smexy time. You get the jealousy sometimes coming out, they just be really cute together. There's moments where Fuyuki burns the food and Hada's coming home and she's about to cry and he's like, hey, let's just go out because we haven't had a date in a while. And they're just a really solidly nice couple. The two of them work really hard for themselves. They work hard for the other person. They work hard at their company and their life and what they do for a living. They have a lot of passion not only in each other, but themselves, what they do, and their work. No matter the situation, they make it out on top because they have a lot of diligence and care that comes to who they are. There is no second guessing. There is no high school rom-com romance of, oh, maybe he doesn't like me. Maybe this is all just a mistake. You don't have that because they've been together, married for a few years now. And you just don't get that in high school slice of life romance because the relationship in high school romance like Komi-san or Agatoro or any other of the ones behind me are just that. They're newly founded romances in high school, and those are always going to have your healthy doubts, their troubles, their misunderstandings. They can't communicate with the other person, and that's why we get mad at our TV screen or our manga, because they don't know how to relate to the other person or talk to them, because this is normally our first relationship. How many of y'all's first relationships, if we have one, have y'all blown just because you just didn't know how it worked? Well, that's the thing you hate about all the romance manga in high school, is because that is the realistic standard of a new relationship. It's the most realistic and brutal honesty of a manga relationship when it comes to things like Komi-san, Nagatoro, So when it comes to a manga like this that has a story that you jump into where they have already established their relationship and where they are with each other and what they want out of each other, then it's nice because they can tackle some of the things that we seriously tackle in our adult relationships. You know, what happens when things get boring? What happens when you want to do something and you can't? What happens if the other one feels like they're incompetent in what they do when it comes to raising a child together and they just don't think they do enough when it comes to work and the pressure of having to get bills and bills and bills and a place for your children to sleep, and, you know, making sure that your wife is also happy while at the same time being upfront and honest with your relationship with your audience and people on YouTube and Twitch and Twitter and your fellow co-workers, that you want to be able to keep up an upfront appearance of how happy and how supportive you are, but really deep down, you're just trying really hard. About the manga with Fuyuki and Hara, of course. I can't recommend this cute manga enough for people who like the outside of high school relationships that are just going on. The art style is phenomenal. They draw gyarus like no other. It's so good. Every new character that comes in actually has some sort of appearance to them and the individuality and their own personalities, and it's really heartwarming and great, and I love it. So if you want that manga, again, Yome no Himitsu. It's a great series. Check it out. Cute manga, cannot recommend it enough. Like the video if you like manga, and comment your favorite mangas right now about people out of high school. Check out the Patreon at patreon.com/Dakota Broskie. Like and subscribe if you enjoy the channel, and go read some manga.